Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Elazer and Dayshi on Ulrena. This is from their matchup from the Home Story Cup that wrapped up just a couple of weeks ago, and let's get right on into it. In the top left of Ulrena, we have the red Terran player representing Team Millennium, and the country of Poland, it is Dayshi. And in the bottom left of the map, we have the blue Zerg player from Team Extreme Supremacy and France, it is Elazer. Sporting one of the fancy trophies you get in the online tournaments. In Legacy of the Void, you too can get one of these by playing in a tournament at your own skill level. If you are bronze, you can get a trophy for winning a bronze tournament. Fun stuff. Log into your own Legacy of the Void game today. See when the next tournament is. There's one every single day, I think. And hey, look at this, Dayshi has one of his own. And again, you play against people that are your own skill level, so check it out and have fun with it. Alrighty then, gas is coming up for Dayshi. Indeed it is. Barracks on the way as well. Based on the timing here, again, it looks like a Reaper expand, which would make a lot of sense. Elazer going for the hatch first. You don't really have to worry about early harassment from Terran players. Proxies just aren't much of a thing anymore. The most you're going to see from a Terran player is go 3 racks Reaper, which is a pretty strong opening that can straight up kill the Zerg, or at least cripple them to the point that the follow-up is very, very good from the Terran player. So here comes the barracks just about to finish. Gas income looking great for Dayshi as well. 32, 36. Is it going to be enough to get a Reaper when the barracks finishes? The answer is yes. Perfect. Perfectly timed by Dayshi. That was delicious, and I'm not even a Terran player. Alrighty then, the Reaper is going to come out. The spawning pool not quite finished yet, so we'll see if the Reaper can get any damage done, or if Elazer is going to be able to hold it off using Lings and Queens, which seems to be the general way to deal with these things. Good SCV scout, checking things, what's going on, making sure this hatchery is going to finish, it's not a fake out. And indeed, the Overlord getting a perfect scout as to exactly what Dayshi is doing as well. So both players scouting out on this map exactly what they need to know, which is so important for most players in this game. Again, nothing too crazy right now. Both players are playing very standard, but it can be useful to know that your opponent is not doing something nuts. A bunker coming up here. If that finishes, that could be a big problem for Elazer. Lings coming on in. 4 Lings. They are slow Lings. KD8 charge does get dodged fairly ably there. The Reaper does want to hop inside the bunker if necessary, and it does hop inside the bunker there. Does not have the ability to do extra damage to buildings anymore. So this bunker, it can't just sit there and try to smash down the hatchery all by its lonesome. A couple Lings try to get in there, but no, they got chased down by the Reaper. They did kill a Marine on the way, which was good. That's an excellent play by Elazer, making sure that no reinforcements could come down to get inside that bunker. Marines inside this bunker are probably more scary than a Reaper at this point. The Reaper throwing down a KD8 charge, knocking the Queen back, dodging back inside the bunker to stay alive. Queen's trying to stab away at the bunker. The Lings coming in as well, getting a nice around there, and finally forced to retreat and salvage the bunker is Dayshi, and he's going to head on back home. So well defended there by Elazer. Lost 2 Lings, and that was it. That was it. Wasn't forced to make any more Lings than he normally wanted to. His drone count looking pretty darn good as a result. 6 Roaches in production. He's going to be aggressive here. 6 Roaches coming up on this map. A single bunker at the top, and if there are only Marines, this might actually do a lot of damage to Dayshi. Elazer looking to be aggressive after being the one under fire in the early game there, trying to make up ground. Another bunker coming up exactly as Dayshi knows what's going to happen here. He knows what is coming and he wants to be ready. These Lings don't even have speed. Slow Lings with Roaches. Oh, Widowmine. A big hit here would be nice. Widowmine shot does hit on a single Ling exactly as Elazer wanted it to. Forced to pull Mules and SCVs to try to save this. Good dodging the Corrosive Bile there. A lot of Roaches getting knocked back though by the Reaper, and that KD8 charge going after the workers, not so much worrying about the bunker right now, killing a lot of SCVs, a lot of Marines on the outside as well. The Reaper finally falls. Another knockback with the KD8 charge. More and more SCVs are following. Not even worried about killing the bunker necessarily. The Roach is just trying to kill workers right now, and 6 SCVs have died. A couple Mules as well. A Ravager getting morphed on in here, kind of getting pinned up between these supply depots and these Marines with the medevac healing overhead. Another Marine ends up falling. Corrosive Bile lands, dodged immediately though by Dayshi, and the attack is ended. Dayshi manages to hold. Worker count is 35-25. Obviously Elazer was droning up behind that attack, but I think he did what he wanted to do. He killed a lot of workers, even that out, killed a bunch of units as well. Another drop from Dayshi, though. He is not willing to be cowed by that. Absolutely not. He says, you know what, you're going to kill my stuff? I'm going to kill your stuff. Moving right on in. The Queens are ready, though. The Queens could actually probably kill this medevac if they tried to focus it down. And a couple more shots to go. Yes, they do kill the medevac. The Marines are now stranded, getting chased down by Roaches and Queens. Drones forced to fight for their lives. And all the Marines do get cleaned up. Another attack coming, though, from a Liberator. Queen in position could do well to deal with that. This creep tumor, I think, is going to help with it, helping the Queen to move faster to these areas, which are good areas to defend against Liberators. Liberator flying right on in, throwing down that defender mode circle. A good reaction time by Elazer. The Queen tries to get out of the circle, and it does. It gets out of the circle, do some spines here. And once again, getting out of the circle, spining once again. That's good to know as Zerg players. Your Queen can stand outside the range of that circle and still hit the Liberator, depending on the angle here. So losing a drone, and looks like losing a couple eggs here as well for the Liberator. Does she get kills for killing eggs? Yes, it looks like she does. Queen sneaking around the left side, spining away. A couple more shots will kill the Liberator, but it's not going to be enough. Down to red health, but it will escape with its life. Spore Crawler here. Again, denying a lot of mining time, denying injections because Queens are being used for base defense instead of for injecting. And Dayshi, 40 to 46 Harvesters with Mules. That probably puts Dayshi in the lead in the income tab, and indeed he is. 1,200 to 1,100. 14 to 1,100, depending on exactly when you look at that income tab. Is this Liberator number 2? It certainly is. Ravagers are just waiting for that Liberator to set up, though, because Corrosive Bile does a great job against these units. Queen needs to dodge out of there, and no, takes a shot for its trouble. More larvae, more drones are dying here. Oh, look at this spot right here. The Queens can't quite reach it. They want to, but they can't. Liberator comes on back home to kill an Overlord, just trying to be very handy. By now, I would say, are these Liberators. Corrosive Bile being thrown down, and that's it for the Liberator. Does get another kill for its trouble, but yeah, anytime you throw down the defender mode while there are Ravagers on the field, you're pretty much going to die. Corrosive Biles against stationary targets are great, and Liberators in defender mode are stationary targets. So it's a good way to use your Corrosive Bile Zerg players. If you're a Liberator and a Terran player, maybe don't throw yourself into defender mode when there are Ravagers in range to do that to you, because you will lose that Liberator. And I guess if you're just trying to go out in a blaze of glory and kill as many workers as you can, maybe not the worst thing on Earth. Queens throwing down creep tumors. Are all three of these guys creep queens? No, actually none of them are creep queens. They did have creep tumors coming out, but decided not to instead because I don't know why. Glial Reconstitution, +1 Carapace, and +1 missile attack on the way for Elazer. Marines, Marauders, +1/+1 for those bio units. Stim and combat shield for Dayshi. No big surprises yet. Terran is going bio. Elazer's going Roach-ravager with missile attacks and Carapace upgrades. Corrosive Bile being thrown down on rocks. Doesn't do a lot of damage when all is said and done, but you might as well use it because it's just a cooldown. Not like you run out of Corrosive Biles. Almost saving that creep tumor, not quite able to do it. These Marines, man, this is not a battle you want to fight, Marines, I don't think, but instead they actually push Elazer back. Huh. I guess there are only, what, 3 Roaches and 2 Ravagers here against that many Marines? They don't have upgrades quite yet, so they're not as scary as they could be, but getting healed by medevacs with tank support, not something that Elazer wants to see. Third base up and running, looking very good. Does not have his 6th extractor yet. He does have a full 4, but not going for that 6th one quite at this point. Another drop here. Is this Pure Marine? Pure Marine heading down the left side of the map will get spotted by these Overlords. They will see this coming, and yep, the army heading back onto the main to deal with this, throwing down a Spore Crawler in position to deal with the medevacs as well. And Corrosive Bile being thrown down, loses a single Marine, but good dodge otherwise from Dayshi. A single Marine running itself up here. Is he scouting? I guess he's scouting, but he's dead now. Got acid saliva to death. That's got to be one of the worst deaths in StarCraft, right? Acid saliva hits your body and you just melt into a puddle of goo, like dissolving, and ugh, all your bones are left, and that's it. Bad times indeed. Ugh. Like that, exactly like that. Not good. Missile attack level and just about to finish. These Marines and Marauders are +1/+1 now. Corrosive Bile taking out yet another Liberator. Elazer playing this very well indeed. APM 400 right for Elazer right now. Yahoo! Meanwhile, this attack is going fairly well for Elazer, managing to kill siege tanks, Roaches on the low ground back here surrounding all of these Marines. Having to fight back using SCVs is Dayshi. Not a good position to be in at all. Corrosive Bile is being thrown down on these medevacs. No, on the tank instead, trying to kill this tank. He has 8 kills. He is a corporal. Can he hold? And is he be able to hold here? Corrosive Bile is being thrown on down, hitting more of his own stuff, unfortunately for Elazer. That tank finally ends up getting killed. More Crossbows getting on top of that guy. Getting dodged, though. The flying tank. Excellent, excellent job there by Dayshi. However, forced to pull more SCVs off the line to deal with this. Not looking good at all for our Terran player. Roaches taking down tanks, taking down Marines and Marauders. More Roaches streaming up from the south side. Marines are falling by the dozens right here. Roaches' casualties are also very, very high, but in the end, I just don't know if this is enough for Dayshi to hold this. This tank on the high ground does have a single kill. Finally, these Roaches are dead. A couple Roaches are finally going to get cleaned up as well by the Marauder and his Marine buddies. Mules being thrown down to make up for the fact that guess how many workers have been lost? 34. Dayshi has lost 34 SCVs in this game. More Roaches coming up, but that is not a good response there. Too many tanks, too many Marauders, way too many medevacs in the air. Look at that medevac count. Huge, huge medevac count right now. +2 missile attack coming up for Elazer, as well as +2 carapace. And just kind of running back and forth here. You probably should want to kill that creep tumor. I'm not sure that's going to happen. 4th base on the way for Elazer. 3 queens here to do all the injects on Earth. I think this is the plan. As well as get some creep tumors on down. +2/+2 on the way for Dayshi. Dayshi is also making Marines and Marauders, and again SCVs to replace the ones that he lost. It is 72 to 39 Harvesters. Mules are good. It can help Terran not catch up in a lot of ways, but man, I don't know if it's that good. Roaches and Ravagers ready for this drop. Absolutely saying, please land here. I will kill you. And nope, the medevacs say, no thank you. We instead are going to retreat. Small group of Marines and Marauders killing queens, killing creep tumors. Not quite able to get these ones. A scan would assist with that. However, no scan is forthcoming. Resources lost tab, 6,800 minerals, 6,800 for Terran, 1,400 gas, 7,400 minerals, and 2,800 gas for the Zerg player. Another Ravager falling, adding to that gas total, bringing it up to around 3,000. Roach count looking pretty fantastic right now. 20 in production, 33 already on the field. Wow, going with a lot of Roaches. We've seen this before, though, from Zerg players. For some reason, they fall in love with the Roaches against this bio-tank composition, and not that fantastic. Ravagers mixed in can help quite a bit, but going pure Roach against Terran just is never a good idea. I don't think I've ever seen it work. So, again, not falling in love with Roaches, definitely increasing that Ravager count as much as he can with the gas that he has available. But he's pretty much maxed out right now on Ravager Roach, +2/+2, just about to finish, just another couple seconds. I think he's waiting for that to finish before he gets in here to go for the attack. And no, he's not. Instead, he's just going for it because he feels like going for it. Marauder gets a one shot off and ends up getting killed there. Big attack on the left side here. Crossbows being thrown down, dodged by the Marines. Moving gun closer to the Roaches and the Ravagers. SCVs again forced to defend for their lives. These Roaches back here just bouncing back and forth. Good positioning by the Marauders. Bringing them from the backside. Marauders and Marines cleaning up a bunch of these Ravagers at the same time. And yes, these Roaches are incredibly enough forced to retreat. +2/+2 has now finished, but the Marauder count just too high. +2 attack on the Marauders, doing 12 damage to these Roaches, especially with Stim increasing their attack speed. More Roaches in production for Elazer. He is not teching at all. He's expanding well, which is nice. Elazer getting that income going, but going for Ultras might be good. Some Mutas just mixed in just to mix things up. Some Lurkers as well. Roaches trying to come in through this narrow choke point. They decide not to, as Defender mode circles are thrown up to cover that whole darn thing, because it's not that big. And Roaches retreating once again. Small Roach hit squad, making sure our base is not here. There's a little bit of an opening for them to come in and maybe kill some of the workers in this area. Do they know about it? They're going to prevent this from landing? No, they're not. Instead, they come on down. Oh, nope, the army's back in position. Roaches do not want to attack their concussive shells. Catching a Roach, almost killing it, but it does manage to escape. +3 attack on the way for Dayshi, as well as a Ghost Academy. I mean, Ghosts are good against Ultras and Broodlords with their new steady targeting ability, but I've never really seen Ghosts used against Roaches and Ravagers before. I don't know, I guess steady targeting could be good regardless. Poor rallying Marine ends up getting acid saliva right in his face, right on his pretty little head. Medevac, I don't think he knew about this until now. No, he did not. But now he does. He knows about this base. Some infestors, there we go. Infestation pit on the way. For some fungal bile might be nice. Another drop down on here, losing a lot of overlords. Is that going to supply block Elazer? No, it is not. Drop down here as well, being opposed by just pure Roach. Is it enough to handle it? I do not know. Picking up and boosting out to land down at this base is Dayshi doing his best with all of these drops. Liberator does get taken down there. This Roach count looking fairly small, but taking Marines with them. Another forced pickup here for Dayshi, running on out. Gonna land at this base because it is completely undefended. More drones are gonna die. All these workers are dying. A Ravager is getting morphed on in. You do get full health if you morph in a wounded Roach into a Ravager, and just picking up and boosting out, dancing back and forth here. Oh, the Queen taking down both of those medevacs. Krosabile's killing a ton of units there, a lot getting evacuated out. However, for Dayshi, pushing in aggressively once again is Elazer. Can he kill this base? It is not a planetary fortress, which will help Elazer a lot. And the answer is going to be, I do not know. Coming in here with a big old army, but nice concave from Elazer. Defender mode being thrown down. Krosabile taking out that Liberator, though. No big deal at all. There are just too many Roaches, too many Ravagers here. Marines and Marauders are falling by the dozens. It feels like forced to stem back, forced to retreat. More SCVs forced to fight for their lives, splitting the attention of the Roaches and the Ravagers. Is it enough for Elazer to take the win here? It looks like it might be. There is not much left here for Dayshi. 59 total supply. 28 SCVs have died here just in the last couple of seconds. This base is gone. And making a final stand are these Marines and Marauders, and Ghost throwing up one more Defender mode circle. And Liberator falls to Krosabile once again. More Krosabile being thrown on down here. It is 117 to 47 total supply. And Defender mode is killing a bunch of units, but Krosabile taking down yet another one of the Liberator friends. Ghost trying to kill Roaches and Ravagers with its basic attack. Never a great idea. Moving on up the ramp here is Elazer, and Krosabile's whipping mostly a small group of Roaches, just going through all of the workers here. Nothing to defend it at all. Dayshi's not even bothering to retreat at this point. And a GG from Dayshi. Dayshi's defeated, Elazer's victorious, and Dayshi has left the game. I don't know what the Ghost Academy was for, but again, Dayshi did a great job, I thought, with his drops down on here. He killed how many drones? 38 drones, killed 38 of them. In the end, Elazer only had 36, but he had these bases long enough to get enough of a bank and enough macro potential to pull in a ton of Roaches and Ravagers. In the end, let's see, he had 22 Roaches and 6 Ravagers left. Lost 173 and 37 Ravagers. I mean, he just went straight up for the Roach-ravager composition. It worked out for him, and he killed 171 Marines with it. 6 Liberators, 9 tanks, and there's no answer from Dayshi. So, well played by both of these guys. Today, France won. Well played to Elazer from Team Extreme Supremacy. And that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thanks for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Thank you.